Donald Trump has proposed a tax plan that could shake up the entire economy of the United States. His idea? To completely eliminate federal taxes on tips, overtime pay, and Social Security benefits. This means that workers in industries like hospitality, restaurants, and retail could keep every dollar they earn from tips. People who work extra hours could receive their entire overtime pay without any deductions. Retirees collecting Social Security benefits would not have to give any of it back to the government in taxes. At first glance, this sounds like a dream come true. More money for workers, no deductions from their hard-earned pay, and less stress during tax season. Supporters of Trump's plan argue that it would boost consumer spending, encourage people to work more, and provide financial relief to those who rely on tips and overtime wages. However, not everyone is convinced that this plan would actually work. Experts warn that eliminating these taxes could create a serious problem for the federal budget. According to the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget, these tax cuts could add $7.5 trillion to the national debt over the next decade. Without this tax revenue, how would the government pay for essential services like healthcare, education, military defense, and infrastructure? One possibility is that the government would have to make deep budget cuts. Programs that many Americans depend on could see significant reductions in funding. Another concern is that this plan might end up benefiting wealthier individuals more than lower-income workers. Some economists argue that the wealthiest Americans already take advantage of tax breaks and loopholes, and cutting these taxes could further widen the gap between the rich and the poor. There is also the issue of fairness. If certain groups are no longer required to pay taxes on their income, will others have to pay more to make up for the loss? Critics worry that while the plan may sound like a win for middle and lower-income workers, it could lead to tax increases in other areas, such as sales taxes or property taxes. Trump's tax proposal is not entirely without precedent. There are some countries, such as the United Arab Emirates, that have little to no income tax. However, these nations rely on large revenues from oil and other natural resources to fund their governments. The economy of the United States is far more complex and cannot rely on a single industry to make up for the loss of tax revenue. Despite the concerns, supporters believe that the plan could stimulate economic growth by putting more money in the hands of workers and businesses. If people have more money to spend, businesses could see higher profits, which could lead to job creation and economic expansion. But this is based on a best-case scenario, and many economists warn that the reality could be much more complicated. The biggest question remains: would eliminating these taxes truly make life better for American workers, or would it lead to bigger financial problems down the road? As with most economic policies, the outcome depends on a variety of factors, including government spending decisions, economic growth, and how tax cuts are balanced with revenue from other sources. For now, Trump's no-tax plan is generating strong reactions on both sides. Some see it as a bold move to put money back into the hands of the American people, while others see it as an unrealistic proposal that could lead to financial chaos. Only time will tell whether this plan could actually work or if it is just another political promise that will never come to life. What do you think? Should the government eliminate these taxes, or would the consequences be too risky? Leave a comment below and let us know your thoughts.